Hey fam, what's good? What's good? I hope that you're all well and keeping safe. I hope that you all had an amazing week. I hope that you all had an amazing weekend as well. So you know what? Huge announcement from my side. By the end of this month, I'm gonna find myself opening up a lovely Patreon page where you can also be a part of the takeover community, right? This Patreon page will mainly be focused on some advanced topics, right? Covering advanced market structure as well as entry methods, right? First month will be 30% off, where it will only cost you $7, right? Further onwards, it's gonna come with a cost of $10. So I hope I see you guys there, right? The more we grow, the more we will give back to the community. So other than that, you know what? Welcome to this week's breakdown. Quite simple one. Without wasting no time, let's get into it. By looking at our weekly time frame, you know what, we can see that we are overextended towards the upside, right? I was anticipating Nasdaq to have some sort of a pullback from this region over here. Now, why did you expect that, Diego? Can you guys see that we are currently, well, previously we found ourselves creating these beautiful highs, right? Find yourself boxing out those highs. Now, if I'm gonna find myself getting a nice little trend line from this region onwards, just like that, right? We can see that we have a first touch, second touch, third touch, right? Where we find ourselves having some lovely respects, right? But prices find itself having a further push towards the upside, creating a break out of a descending trend line. Now, what have I told you guys about a descending trend line, right? Once we find ourselves having a closure above this area, right, you can find yourself expecting some sort of a pullback for a further continuation move towards the upside. Now, where is a potential target you can find yourself looking at, right, will basically be the highs of your trend line, right? This region right over here. Right, these highs could be a potential target to where Nasdaq can find itself heading into. Now, I want to make mention that, you know what, price is currently over and extended towards the upside, right? Now, even though price is presenting me with some bullish structure, right, in the back of my mind, I also have in mind that, you know what, we are currently overextended towards the upside. We are quite in a premium area, right? We can expect price to have some sort of a pullback, right? With price being in a premium area, right, price is expensive, we expect some sort of a pullback. So clean weekly time frame is presenting me that, hey, we have a closure above this beautiful trend line, so we can expect some sort of a pullback for a potential further continuation move back towards the upside, right? Looking at our daily time frame over here, you know what, if I can find myself removing that daily time frame in terms of structure, you know what, we are bullish in structure, right? Look at this, we have a nice high to a market giving us a higher high, right? We have a low to a market giving us a higher low right over there. Now, like I said, right, me, Diego, I am a price action trader, right? So my daily time frame will influence my weekly time frame. So if my daily time frame changes market structure to bearish, right, this simply means that my weekly time frame is going to have a shift to the downside. Okay, the weekly time frame will have a lovely shift to the downside. Now, just looking at what price action basically created over here, right, we can see that we had a beautiful impulsive move towards the upside, with us now having a lovely shooting star candle over here, right? Basically presenting that we can potentially find ourselves having some sort of a pullback from this region onwards, right? So what I'm going to find myself doing is literally just grab my Fibonacci from my low to my high in my buying format, right? Because simply price is bullish in structure, right? So in my buying format, now a crispy area will literally be the 0.79 region, right? This is when price is in a deep discount, right? And this is where we can potentially find ourselves having that actual shift for a potential continuation move to the upside, right? Keep that in mind. Keep that area in mind. Scaling down to the 4-hourly time frame, keep in mind 4-hourly time frame, this is my directional time frame, right? This is the time frame which I find myself coming back to each and every single day to determine whether I should be looking for some longs, whether I should be looking for some shorts. Okay, so 4-hourly time frame, we can see that, hey, I'm gonna find myself having a nice little trend line drawn out, right? First, second, right over there. Find yourself extending price just like that. Boom. Right, so can you guys see, right, with me having my Fibonacci out over here as well, right, we can see that this area is lining up with our trend line, right? The 0.79 area is lining up with this region on my ascending trend line. Okay, so I'm gonna find myself removing the noise just like that. Now, focusing on this trend line. If we're gonna find ourselves having some sort of a change of structure on the 4-hourly time frame, right? This trend line will serve as a target to where I want to find myself taking Nasdaq into, right? So whether we're gonna have something like that, boom, you know what? Perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. But first thing I'm gonna find myself doing is waiting for a change of structure first, right? I'm not just gonna find myself coming in the market and boom, shorting Nasdaq. No, because the market can easily just have a further rally to the upside. Keep that in mind. That is one thing you always need to keep in mind, right? Wait for a proper change of structure first before you're gonna find yourself looking to go against structure, right? Keep in mind, daily we bull, weekly we bull, monthly we bull, right? So we need to find ourselves waiting for a proper change of structure to find ourselves looking for some beautiful shorts towards the downside. Now, right, am I just gonna find myself looking for that tap and then boom, you know what, just buy from this area over here? No, not necessarily, right? I need to see price have a touch, some sort of a rejection, and then I'm gonna find myself waiting for a change of structure once again before I'm gonna find myself looking for some beautiful long opportunities, right? Now, why? Keep in mind, like I said, right, higher time frame, we are inside a premium area, right? Higher time frame, we are overextended towards the upside. Higher time frame, price is expensive, and when price is expensive, right, this simply means that we can potentially have some sort of a pullback. Okay, keep that in mind. So if we're gonna find ourselves having that actual push to the downside, having a closure below this actual trend line, right, wait for some sort of an actual rejection, a correction, and then find yourself taking price short. Obviously, you know what, these actual lows will then be an actual target to where you can find yourself taking price into, as you know what, this will be an ascending trend line. Break below, wait for the retest, and this low can be your target right over there, right? If structure remains bearish in structure, where can your actual next target be? Your next target can literally be these lows right over there, right? And with us basically changing structure and would potentially have an actual break below this region, right? This simply means that my daily time frame will change structure to bear, right? And if we can have a change of structure on the daily time frame, what does this mean for the weekly? The weekly time frame will have a shift to the downside as well and can potentially change market structure to bearish as well, meaning, you know what, further onwards we can find ourselves looking for some lovely shorts on this beautiful pair called the Nasdaq, right? As if for now price is still bullish in structure, I will find myself waiting for a proper change first, right, before looking for some overall short opportunity. What I can say is, once we're going to find ourselves having some sort of a change of structure, this ascending trend line over here will most definitely be my target, right? So I hope you guys have enjoyed this actual content. I hope you guys took away something. You know what? Don't forget to hit that like, hit that subscribe button. It's me, your boy D. I'm gonna see you in the next one. I'm out.